Ms. Hummel, you claim you were caught in a love triangle with the defendant and his current girlfriend, which has left him denying he fathered your 8-month-old daughter, Lola. You have petitioned the court for a DNA test to prove that he is her biological father. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Pack, you and your current girlfriend, Ms. Fuentes, are 100% certain you are not Lola's biological father. And when the results prove it, you want Ms. Hummel out of your life for good. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, if anyone needs a DNA test, he needs to get one for the other child.
What other child?
My child.
She just had a child 2 months ago.
You saying if he needs a DNA test, it's for that child?
Yes.
What's going on with that?
She has been known to sleep around while in relationships.
Well, Ms. Fuentes, we hate to bring up the past, but since it's on record,
Yes.
you've appeared in this court.
I have.
Before.
Yep.
You've been in this courtroom, and in this particular hearing, you pretty much admitted to the fact that you had had sex with several members of the same family.
Yes. Yes.
And there were 2 men in court at that time, and the man who believed he was your child's father was determined not to be.
Correct. Yes.
So, is there a reason for Mr. Pack to deny?
In my opinion, no. I mean, no, there isn't. There was an incident where me and him had gotten in an argument, and basically I kicked him out. I kicked him out for 3 days, and during that 3 days, I slept with my ex.
So you slept with your ex during that time?
Correct.
Admittedly. How soon after that did you find out you were pregnant?
To be honest with you, I don't remember dates all correctly, but it was probably about 6-7 weeks when I found out I was pregnant.
What was the nature of this relationship? What was this love triangle I read about?
We started dating in 2015. We've been on and off since then, and we broke up when I was about 12 weeks pregnant because he wouldn't get a job, so I kicked his out.
That's a lie. That's a lie. That's a lie.
That's a lie.
Let's use respectful language in the courtroom, but okay, so you told him get out.
Yes.
And you broke up with him, which means he went over to Ms. Fuentes.
Yes. 48 hours later.
48 hours later. So at that point, when did you tell him you were pregnant?
As soon as I found out, I was probably about 5-6 weeks pregnant. He looked at the pregnancy test, and he almost started crying.
Because he was so excited.
Yes.
Do you remember this day, Mr. Pack?
Yes, I do.
And you were excited
Yes, during the time I was excited.
because you thought it was your child.
Yes, Your Honor. Somebody tells me that there's possibility it could be mine, so it's my first kid. So I'm excited to possibly have my first kid.
Understood. So, Ms. Fuentes, did you know Ms. Hummel was pregnant?
I did, and we actually didn't get together. He did come over to my house, and we talked about it. I actually tried to convince him to get back with her because I felt like he needed to work something out with her as far as the baby goes, because I know how it feels to not have your kids in your life or whatever it may be, and I've been through this before, you know what I mean? I have 6 kids, okay? So I tried to convince him to get back with her and work everything out, but that wasn't going away because she wanted to be too petty. So it is what it is, and he's with me now.
Are you sure you had no sex with Ms. Hummel during the end of February?
Yes, Your Honor. That timeline says it right there. That's exactly how it was.
Okay.
She needs to have the real dad in here, not me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ms. Hummel, in this 7 months Lola has been on this earth, has Mr. Pack had any involvement with her?
Absolutely not.
Yes, he has.
Yes, I have.
Has he seen her?
About a handful of times. I can count on one hand how many times that he's seen her.
That's a lie. She's asked us to watch the baby a couple times, and we have. I mean, he wants to find out if the baby's his, that's fine, but I don't feel like shunning the baby because of his doubts, in my opinion. But I don't think she's his, so.
Your Honor, and the DNA test is all I ever wanted, and that baby's not mine, so I'm not gonna sit here and spend my time and energy and my money on a baby I don't believe that's mine.
When it comes to 2-month-old Anthony Pack, it has been determined by this court. Mr. Pack, you are the father. right, sir? 2 children. If you keep going back and forth between the 2 women, you're going to keep making children. You all got to find a way to break through this. Because the anger and animosity you exhibited in our last hearing, you can't do that in front of the children. Now you have children who are siblings. Ms. Rayford, you say Mr. Freeman's inability to be honest has landed you smack in the middle of a love triangle that produced your 8-month-old son, Terry, whom he now denies. You say that after begging you to have his child, Mr. Freeman abruptly left your relationship, returned to his fiancée, and started denying your baby. Is that correct?
Yes, it is.
Mr. Freeman, you say Ms. Rayford was nothing more than a fling who is now obsessed with you and your fiancée, Ms. Triplett. You claim that during your brief time with Ms. Rayford, she was sleeping with multiple men, and there is no way you are her son's father. Is that correct?
Correct, Your Honor.
All right, so Ms. Rayford, Terry is 8 months old. What has Mr. Freeman done for him?
Mr. Freeman hasn't done nothing. He has been a deadbeat. He refused to step up to the plate ever since he got with this Miss Triplett.
Hold on, first of all,
Ladies. All right, I'm awake now. That erupted from 0 to 100 in less than 1 second. Wow. Let's bring it down a notch.
I just want the world to know today that this is his son, so he can step up and be the man he needs to be for his first child, his son, Terry Michelle Rayford, and the name needs to be changed to Freeman.
Mr. Freeman, why are you here?
I'm here today to prove that I'm not Trina's baby daddy. Me and Trina was together. It was only just a fling. Trina was still having sex with multiple guys. She's obsessed with me.
He believes you were still having sex with other people. Is that true?
No, it's not true. We met in December. We met on a dating site.
A dating site.
And Miss Triplett, I'm going to ask you, while she's testifying, just keep your little church
Yes, ma'am, Your
choir
Honor.
talking. Just stop.
Yes, ma'am.
Just stop. Y'all both too old for this.
Amen.
Now, answer the question.
We met in December on a dating site. It was New Year's, and I wasn't expecting a baby and all these shenanigans out of the situation. So I picked him up, and we hung out, brought in New Year's. We had a good time. Now, I came from California to Memphis. And when I came to Memphis, I met 2 men, and I probably should have went with the first, but he was the second one. The first, and the relationship kind of overlapped.
Okay.
I am mature enough to know that, when you have sex, you wear a condom. And so I did do that with the other guy in January. So fast forward, he decided, because he had knew about the other guy because I told him. And so he said, well, I want to be with you exclusively. And we were planning on moving in together, which by the end of February we did.
Miss Triplett, if you got a cough you can't control, we can send you home and
Yes,
you can
ma'am.
deal with it and get you some medicine.
Okay. I might need that.
Okay,
after this.
we can.
Yes, ma'am.
I've asked you at least 2 times now. Just stop being ignorant. Just stop. You all decided in February, y'all said, oh, now we're going to be in a committed relationship.
Yes.
How do we end up here?
Okay, I had to go to California and take care of some business. And so we were living together at the time. So he didn't have money for a plane ticket, and because we were expecting a child, it was not responsible to buy him a plane ticket where he didn't need to go, where he had a job.
So you're pregnant.
Yes, I'm pregnant. By this time, end of February, I'm pregnant.
Mr. Freeman, as you look at this timeline, is it your testimony you were not intimate with Ms. Rayford at all between February 9th through the 14th?
It probably was a couple of days, but I always...
Wait, hold on, don't start mumbling. Don't start mumbling.
I was wrapped up.
Hold on, Mr. Freeman, you said what?
We probably had sex a couple of times, but I always used a condom.
You couldn't afford
Okay,
no condom.
so wait a minute. Were you also still with Miss Triplett at this time?
Yes.
Wow.
All right, so now you are admitting you were basically having sex with Miss Triplett and with Miss Rayford at the same time.
It was only just a fling.
Well, look,
You say
flings,
that now.
listen. Flings produce babies. If you don't know that, now you know. You said you had additional doubt based upon a phone call.
Yes.
Which phone call is this?
She called me talking about it's a possibility the baby's might not be yours. You had sex with another guy and all this.
Were you alone when you got this call?
No, I was laying right beside.
What happened, Miss Triplett?
Yes, Your Honor, I was laying right beside my territory. That's my territory. You cannot
Yes,
have
it is.
him.
Yes, it is.
hold on.
Yes, Your Honor, she was drunk at confession. I might be another man's baby, Terry. You're not the daddy. Somebody else might be the daddy. You know, of that where. That's where at the beginning that where it was. He never was the daddy from the beginning. So why you just can't wake up and stop being so obsessed over my territory and leave us the heck alone and go on with your life?
When it comes to 8-month-old Terry Rayford, Mr. Freeman,
Yes.
you
Are.
Not.
Keep hope alive. But you're wrong today.
you are the father.
Something wrong.
We can't do this.
Something wrong with you. See,
No, something wrong with
that girl.
Yeah, something wrong with me.
That's why you
listen.
had problems for me, because something wrong with her, and
It's
I'm
all
not
now.
subjecting my child to that.
Listen, you're his father, just like Miss Rayford said you were.
And you just lie. You do this to me for what? For what?
Well, it doesn't matter anyways no more, Judge. We
It
get what we
does
came
matter.
for.
It
So let's
does
move
matter.
forward. You gonna be done.
Ladies, when I read that result, and Miss Triplett, you went to screaming, no, 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 I thought to myself, oh, Mr. Freeman got decisions to make.
It ain't with me.
Hold on. Now it's my time to talk.
Yes, Your Honor.
I am concerned
Me too.
that this child is going to be subjected to this level of toxic behavior. At this point, Mr. Freeman and Terry Jr.,
The third.
the third, they're a package. So he your Terry, well, this your Terry, he the third.
Yes, Your
No,
Honor.
I'm serious. I'm not being funny here. So you gotta change your attitude. Or like I said, Mr. Freeman, you got a decision to make. As soon as I read that result, that became your son. And you better stand up and make sure people know how to respect your son and respect his space and treat him with honor and dignity. You opened your case because you want to prove to your ex-boyfriend, Mr. Burns, that he fathered your 4-month-old son, Myvan. You say Mr. Burns abandoned you while you were pregnant, refused to sign the birth certificate, and has left you to struggle financially. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor, that is correct.
Mr. Burns, you state Ms. Jarquin was already pregnant when you met her, and that is the reason she slept with you on the first day you met, because she wanted to trap you. What is your testimony, sir? What are you saying?
I'm saying that I've been with my sister 24/7. I was there since she met him. And ever since they got together and I found out that she was pregnant, she said it in front of him. So he been knew she was pregnant because he moved in with us. But yet I seen her taking care of him. She will buy things for him all the time.
And then I did
would get mad at
tell
him,
her
don't
that
buy
I
nothing
don't
for him.
believe.
He needs to buy
I don't
things for you.
believe.
So he been knew she was pregnant. He just lying because he don't want to step up because he already got 2 kids with her. So, okay, so if you know what you was doing, all right, you need to step up to it, bro. You need to step up to the plate.
So hold on, I want
Good job. I make sacrifices that you should be making.
And first of all, you
Taking
ain't got
care
nothing
of
to do
yours,
because
taking care of yours,
You
taking care of
seeing
yours.
from the sideline and what she's telling you. She ain't telling
What you
you.
mean?
what he's
I've
seen,
seen,
from
it's
what
what I've
he's
seen.
seen.
I'm not gonna say, I wouldn't be here if I wasn't there, man.
Mr. Diaz, what have you done for Myvan thus far?
I've taken her to the hospital. I will help her pay the rent. I will help her pay the bills. I will get food for the house. And I will still take care of my son, okay? And the fact she didn't even have a car at the time. She did not have a car at the time, and I found the money, and I got her car. And because of that, yes, I lost my truck, but it was a good sacrifice because at least she has something for my nephew. So I don't mind taking a taxi every day, as long as I know she's doing okay. So that's sacrifices that I wish she would do. But he doesn't want to do it. Well, you know what? I told him, worry about it. You got me.
Because
I'm
it's not
happy
my
to do
son.
it. I'm sorry?
It's not my son.
Dude, you don't want to step up to the plate.
He's
He looks
not
just
my
like you,
son.
man. He looks just like you. Everybody sees him like he looks just like Sean.
It's funny that he would sit here now today and saying that it's not his son. Why would he sit there and tell my family, oh yes, this is my son. I can see the resemblance. I mean, he's taking pictures in the bathroom with my son that he showed me afterwards. But that's not his son.
And
So you're saying the story changes?
Often, on and off, all the time. It's yes, I am, no, I'm not, yes, I am, no, I'm not.
I do understand there how your calculations may lead you to doubt. What is your other doubt?
My other doubt is I knew she was having other partners, sex partners. You know.
How do you know this?
It was 2 other guys who at the job who I know, you know, personally. I actually spoke with them too. That
Who?
they slept
That's
with
what
her.
I want to know
They
is who?
slept with her.
Who?
They told you this.
Yes. Yes.
Has
Your
yet to
Honor.
tell me. I don't even know who he's
In
even
the
talking
same
about.
time frame that you were?
You know one.
Yeah, you have no proof of it,
Who
man.
are you talking
You know.
about? Because you're bringing up people that are irrelevant to what we're going through now. It really is irrelevant. Like I don't
It's
even
not
see.
irrelevant because you was with him before. You was
Whatever
with him
happened
before
in my
me.
past has nothing to do with you. I didn't even know your name. I didn't even know you existed. So what are you talking
So why are you
about?
bringing up the past, man?
Like that doesn't make no sense.
Because it goes before. Like I said, you know what I'm saying? She was pregnant before me.
You have no father's name on your child's birth
I
certificate.
do not, Your Honor.
And that hurts you. I can see that bothers you.
It does.
I have 3 other kids by one man that I started at the age of 16. If I knew then how to be a mother, how can now me having my 4th gonna change that? I know what it's like doing this all on my own. And it hurts me because I know he's able to, because I helped him find the job that he has now in hopes that he would help me, and has yet to do anything. And it hurts because every time I look at my son, knowing he's needing things and I can't provide all for $13 that I stay with every week, it hurts me because he could do something.
How can you stand there right there and just watch her, man, with no kind of emotions, knowing that she's struggling with your son?
Because I know where it's coming from.
Try to give up what I give up. That's when you call yourself a father,
boy
bro.
that's not mine.
Let's
You know what
get
I'm
some
saying?
order. Let's
You're a
get some
coward,
order.
man. That's what it is.
So
When it comes to 4-month-old Myvin Diaz, it has been determined by this court, Mr. Burns, you are the father.
I know now, you know, and I'm gonna treat him and I'm gonna love him, you know. I'm gonna be there for him, as long as she let me.
Myvin's 4 months. The blessing in all of this is that you just got down to the bottom of it early enough. From this point on, he really can grow up never knowing that this transpired, and always knowing and understanding where you are as long as you step up the way you say.
Yeah.
But before I go, I must caution you. This was an obvious love triangle. This will just keep happening. And I don't want to see you in this courtroom again denying another baby by this woman or by this woman, because you don't have the discipline to grow up and stop making babies everywhere you lay your head. Mr. Diaz, I just commend you for what you've done.
Thank you.
You will never know.
Thank you.
Ms. Schwartz, you opened your case to prove to the defendant that he fathered your 9-month-old child, Azalin.
Yes.
You understand his doubt, but state he is her father. Is that correct?
Yes.
Mr. Hatton, you claim you are not Azalin's dad and are certain that her biological father is another man. And that man is the plaintiff's husband.
Yes, Your Honor.
Additionally, you've petitioned the court for a polygraph test on Ms. Schwartz to determine the extent of her alleged affairs. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor. I don't believe I'm the dad. I do question the way that she lives her life. I mean, it's reckless.
Reckless?
Yes. You can't just be in a relationship with a dude, have an argument, run out the door, jump into bed with the next man. That's how I feel. Every time we have an argument, her husband's got to be in it. I mean, come on now. She'll lay in the bed on the phone and cry to her husband and tell him how bad I am.
What? You in bed with your boyfriend calling your husband to cry to him about how horrible your boyfriend is?
Yeah. I mean, how am I supposed to feel? I'm
Oh,
not supposed to
excuse me,
react.
hold up. You sat there in bed with me in the same bed which you calling your ex. So what makes
Okay,
any difference?
but here's the thing.
Okay.
I might
come on.
talk to people, but they don't end up pregnant.
No, they don't end up pregnant, no. I know who my baby daddy is.
Okay, so Mr. Hatton, when she got pregnant with Aslan, what was the nature of your relationship?
Okay, the nature of our relationship wasn't good. Okay, it was bad. It was rough. It was rocky roads. We were fighting every day. I could say something and then she's gone. That's what she
So how
does.
long was she gone when she'd leave the house?
Like 2 weeks at a time.
2 weeks?
Yeah. Was she on a boat cruise?
Yes.
Well,
and
where
I
did you go, Miss Schwartz?
To her husband?
No.
She
Where
told me she was
no,
sleeping in the car. Come on, listen.
I do sleep
a
in my
husband
car.
and a wife is not going to stay in the same house and not do nothing.
So how soon after the 2 or 3 disappearances she did she say she's pregnant?
Probably maybe 2 or 3 times, and then she comes back and tells me, I'm pregnant. I say, well, congratulations. Who's the daddy?
Tell the court about your relationship with your wife.
Well, she cheated on me with Mr. Hatton and multiple others. She told me she was cheating on me. And I let her go.
And I was also calling him on the phone right in front of you.
Yeah, and you guys even got into an argument one night, and I picked the phone up, called Hatton back, and talked you guys through it. I even took you the 250 miles to him.
So isn't this a love triangle like we ain't never seen before?
It's a hurricane.
Mr. Schwartz just testified that he went and drove and dropped his wife off at her boyfriend's. I have never heard of this.
I was done. All I do is raise my kids.
There.
So do you believe Mr. Hatton is Aslan's biological father?
There's a possibility, but there's probably a possibility of other gentlemen.
Is there a possibility that you're her biological father?
No.
Yep, there is one possibility that another man is my daughter's father, and that's God himself, because he's the only other man in my life.
In the case of Schwartz versus Hatton, pertaining to whether Mr. Hatton or Mr. Schwartz is the father of 9-month-old Aslan Hatton, it has been determined by this court. The biological father is Mr. Hatton. She is your daughter, Mr. Hatton.
And I thank you, Your Honor. I didn't get to be in my first set of kids' lives. and
I
they're
wonder
grown
why.
now.
So now you want to
Because-
play daddy to her?
Because, you know, I was young. I made mistakes when I was young.
You're going to take
If
me
I
to
want to
court.
be a part of my child's life, that's what's going to happen.
All right. Miss Schwartz, you can stand
Yep.
there with your arms folded and your lips pouted and all of this drama. It doesn't serve the baby. And I realize this has become almost your defense mechanism. I see that. That when you aren't believed or you don't feel valued or respected, you go into this mode of, well, I don't care, I don't need anybody, I don't this. And I get it. We have counseling, we have resources for you, and I want you to talk to Dr. Jeff and figure out how do you just have a decent conversation